Hello, my name is Indah Surbakti. I'm student from University of Sumatera Utara. My identity number 2007055124. Okay, now I'm gonna start my presentation about Indonesian language interference, analysis of phonology, morphology, synthetic on student communication pattern at UIN Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau. Okay, I hope you enjoy my presentation about this topic. For the first introduction, number 1. According to Collins, Malay is an Austronesian language from the Sundanese Sulawesi branch. It has been used as a lingua franca or language of communication in the archipelago since the early centuries of the modern calendar. Number 2, according to Murchayanto, in various other areas in the archipelago, it is also popular to use their respective regional language as a unifying tool between ethnic groups or groups of speakers of that language. Number 3, according to Suminar, speaking Indonesia properly and correctly has several logical consequences related to its use in accordance with situation and conditions. Number 4, the data in the study are in the form of utterances or utterances carried out in the form of sentence quotations containing the interference of Malay language in Indonesian in the communication pattern of UIN Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau students. Phonological, morphological, and synthetic analysis. For the second research method, research methodology is defined as a scientific way to obtain data with specific purposes and uses, according to Sugiono. In other words, the research method means thinking and acting as well as possible to conduct research and to achieve research objectives, according to Kartono. This research is a type of field research, according to Singarimbun, which describes the situation and phenomena more clearly about the situation that occurs, so the type of research used in qualitative research. The data were analyzed using descriptive method in terms of presentation and methods. Content in terms of analysis, the data analyzed were the communication patterns of UIN Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau. After research data has been collected, the next step is for the writer to determine the method of data analysis, according to Sugiono. Suggests that activities in qualitative data analysis are carried out interactively and take place continuously at each stage of the research, so that the data is complete and the data is saturated. Activities in data analysis include data reduction, data presentation, and drawing conclusion. For the third result, research result Malay interference towards Indonesian language on communication patterns of UIN Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau students. Based on the analysis data that has been carried out in the interference of Malay against Indonesian in the communication pattern of UIN Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau students. Interference in this field includes interference in the field of morphology and interference in the field of syntax. For the third conclusion, based on the description of the data above, the forms of interference are divided into number 1, interference in the field of phonology. Several phonological processes in the Malay language in the even of Indonesian speech experience the replacement of the vowel phoneme. The phoneme U becomes O, such as tujuh becomes sevens. The elimination of consonant phoneme The phoneme R, such as the tinggal, becomes left behind. The replacement of consonant phoneme. Phonemes P becomes V, such as evaluation to evaluation. Addition of consonant phonemes, phonemes K as letter, and elimination of vowel and consonant phonemes, phonemes D and E, such as siket becomes a little. Number 2. Interference in the lexical plan, divided into noun-word class such as motor becomes sheep, verb class words such as besole to dress up, adjective word class such as pintar becomes smart. Then phoneme word class like the word kampun dia becomes them. 3. Interference in the field of grammatical, which includes interference in the field of morphology and syntax. Interference in the field of morphology includes affixation and repetitions. Affixations such as prefix me, suffix i in the word mendalami, prefix ber working vocabulary, prefix ter in the best word prefix, D suffix E in learned words, prefix per suffix in word order, and the suffix it in the word laptopnya. Repetition with a prefix, complex repetition. The loop with a prefix such as bersama-sama, the cengis-cengis, while the whole loop is like the word round-round. Number 4. Interference in the field of syntax, including the use of word assignment and phrase construction patterns. The word assignment is like that, while the use of elements in phrases such as makan nasi aja lah in that sentence do it rice. This element is influenced by the Malay language makan apa ye, makan nasi aja lah. The formal conversation in construction can be expressed in a phrase toward eating rice.